In 1997, a legend was born. One of sheer terror and fright. It all began when Sega released a game for the Sega Saturn known as Sonic R. The game itself has been well known for many of its well-recognized qualities. Terrible controls, broken mechanics, sloppy course design, but worst of all, a soundtrack so detestable, so vile, that even the mere sound of it made the devil himself cringe. But that is not all. Within this game lies a darker secret. Within its character roster, as small as it is, there is one character that had always stood out from all the rest. A character that has been well known across the internet. A character that has been the centerpiece of many frightening tales. And that character is the Tails doll. The Tails doll is not what it seems. Anyone who has played Sonic R will tell you that there is something more sinister to this doll than merely its appearance. There are many tales, many stories told on the internet about how this doll has caused so much terror and havoc in their lives. And they all have one thing in common. They're all a load of shit. And those who have attempted the curse or tried to summon this stupid doll, it's either just to disprove the theory or they're just doing it as an internet stunt show for views. So yeah. And according to the myth, there are at least 3 ways to summon the Tails doll. Or no, not 3, 2. You gotta complete the game 100%, play tag mode, and tag Supersonic last, and the other one involves a dark bathroom, something like that, Bloody Mary, Candyman bullshit. But, stay still, Louie. But, yeah. So, what we're gonna do is try to attempt this whole thing, and just to prove how insanely stupid this curse really is.
Let's don't and say we did.
Yeah, well, okay, Louie, I didn't know you felt so strongly about it, even though I think you're kind of overreacting. A little. So, what we're going to do is we're going to play Sonic R, complete it, and then we're going to try the tag mode, and then we're going to try the bathroom trick. Really see if any of this comes to light. So, let's give it a shot. Shall we?
I really don't feel very comfortable with this at all.
Shut up, Louie. We're doing this whether you want to or not. So the way this works is we're going to play Sonic R, original version on the Sega Saturn, and we're going to try to complete the game 100% and then do the tag mode first. And while I'm at it, I'm going to recite 1 or 2 out of 3 well-known creepypastas about this curse that I've chosen to recite while going through playing this pile of garbage. And by pile of garbage, I mean everything that this worthless piece of trash is. So, let's play. Okay. You guys ready for this? Because I certainly am not. Alright, let's just get this going, shall we? Alright. Alright. New save data. Yeah, I decided to turn out the lights to give it a bit of a more eerie feeling to this whole thing. And we're gonna go with Sonic and Resort Island. Okay, then we'll begin reciting our first creepypasta. Alright. Load it up. Alright, here we go. Ready, set, go. Once upon a time, a father comes home from work and decides to get his son a game. Oh my god, the fucking controls. Father comes home from work and decides to get his son a game. He was into that. He was into Mario, Sonic, Donkey Kong's kind of stuff. So he figured get his son a game that he'd never played before. And he found one in particular that he thought would just be perfect. This atrocity that we're playing right now. When he got home, his wife kissed him on the cheek, pleased that he got his son something, even though I think he could have done better. Seriously, Mario Kart 64, something. And anyway, God, it's so hard to tell stories and play this damn game at the same time. Anyway, his son was excited to play, and just couldn't wait, and for the next 2 days he was playing this piece of shit, and was so oblivious to how trashy it is that he was excited. Oh, I can't even tell a straight story properly. Maybe I should tell the stories when I'm not playing the game. Retry.
Ready, set,
Fucking controls. I forgot how bad they were. Alright. Come on, Sonic. Come on. Okay, what I'm trying to do is collect all the Chaos Emeralds first. I have a system down. I have a plan of attack where I collect the emeralds first and then go for the characters afterwards when I'm Super Sonic, because some of the higher tier characters are easier to collect when you're Super Sonic. And what that means exactly, you'll know when I get around to it. When I'm not cursing and screaming at this game. Ow! Fucking trees. Okay, I'm not going for that coin. There's a coin behind that door, but I'm not going for that. What the? Oh! I didn't even notice this. Okay, so... Fuck. I spent 20 rings on that door. Let's try that again, shall we? Thought I was good at this game. Not that I wanted to be.
set, go!
Everything about it sucks. The controls suck. I can't even collect rings straight. That's what you're seeing is actually the game. I'm trying to control this as best as I can. You hear that, right? Not the background noise, that's my dryer. Knuckles, you asshole! Controls, look how bad they were. Especially on the Saturn version. Oh shit! I'm not gonna get the emerald in this last one because Sonic decided to waste his rings on that stupid door that we're not going for. Why? Why did I do this? Okay, that noise is stuck in the game for some reason. Hope it's just stuck on this level and not the entire game. Oh, anything interfering with the audio? Fuck! No, I can't. This game ripped every bit of sunshine out of my soul. And I barely got started, and I'm barely starting it. So I had to restart to... in order to get rid of that annoying water sound effect that was just plaguing the rest of the game. Like, I exited out of Resort Island and it just stayed there. That sound stayed there. Sorry, had to move my captured picture out. And I took my hoodie off because I'm sweating like a pig. No. No, it doesn't. Get up. Oh my god. No, Knuckles, no, 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 no. Yes! Whew! I got scared for a second. Thought I was gonna lose that race. So glad to get that one emerald out of the way. Exit. go living in the city, shall we?
Ready, set, go!
I was playing this recently on the Sonic Gems collection, and I got so used to handling this with the joystick controller, because it's a little bit smoother with the GameCube controller, that I completely overlooked how difficult it really is with just the Saturn controller on the original version. So I'm relearning a few thing or two in this playthrough. There's 2 emeralds in here. I'm trying to decide which one to get first. Oh, fuck it. Let's get the one down here. There it is. Hey, Amy. Screw you. You dead frickin' last. I gotta make a comeback. Come on, hit the fucking jump pad. God, this little darkness. There's one way to do it. Will not let Knuckles beat me. I don't know, I don't understand how he's faster than Sonic. Then again, I'm questioning logistics in the mechanics of a bullshit mechanics game. Oh, you saw that, right? Oh, I thought for sure Knuckles was gonna beat me, but no, I got him by a hair. And yeah, I only got 1 emerald. When it comes to the 2 emerald levels, I always try to limit myself with 1 emerald per run, make it easier on my life and my sanity. Because you have to get in first place in order to keep the emeralds you have. Oh, look at that, young spring suit. And I better not miss this emerald. It's easy to miss this one right here. Grabbed it. Got it. Got a bubble shield. That's nice. Got a huge lead, and there we go. Another emerald in the bag. You got Chaos Emeralds. I mean, just the 1 emerald. Let's play Regal Ruin. In other words, the level that would make everyone pull their hair out.
Ready, set, go!
You fucking piles of shit. Knuckles, you bastard!
Yeah, I ask myself that question every time I put this disc in. Hit an invisible wall. Just trying to cut corners. Take me back in time so I can hunt down and murder everyone on the development team involved with this game. There's an emerald over here. Got it. Am I gonna make it? I'm taking a shortcut. Cheating my way. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Ah, son of a bitch! Oh. Oh, don't even tease me like that. Hate fighting the controls. Doing that too frequently on this game. And boom! Got that emerald I lost. Okay. Good, 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 good. Making a decent comeback. Knuckles, don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Whew! Reactive Factory is next.
Ready, set, go!
Fucking assholes. Knuckles, can you stop being an asshole for a few minutes? I know that's difficult for you. Fuck. To be fair though, this level is much easier to traverse. So it's easy to find your way back on track. I got stuck. You got 50 rings, you gotta open a door. Come on, Sonic, why don't you ever fucking turn? Properly, I mean. Now I gotta catch up again. Oh yeah, and this particular song is great relationship advice. We all know, like it's harder, it's getting harder day by day, yeah, I know. It's good to know. Good to be reminded. Work it out, talk about it. I'd love to talk about it, except I got no one to talk to except Louie and the TV. I don't want to make this real. I'm only doing this to summon a non-existent... doing this because of a non-existent spooky story. Oh. The story's existent, but not the Tails doll. Shut up, me. Yay, got a Chaos Emerald, yay. Knuckles takes the lead. Hopefully it doesn't stay that way. There, got the emerald. I don't want to think about it. I don't even want to talk about it. I just want to get it over with. You can just screw off with your work it out, talk about it. There we go, got the last emerald. Exit. Now for one more track, and I'm only doing this with the... not with Supersonic. Yeah, let's do it with Supersonic. Why not? We're only racing Radiant Emerald to... Should we, though? I'm conflicted whether to do this or now let's do Resort Island and collect all the character coins. Get out of the way, mouse. It's easier to do it as Supersonic too.
Hey gang, Louie here. So, SATW wants to keep up the creepypasta reading, but since he can't read it himself while playing this bullshit game, it was a unanimous decision that I would be taking over the narration of these creepypastas. So I will narrate them for you as he goes through the rest of the game, starting with one of the 3 most popular ones that he has selected. Alright, cue the music. On his way home from work, a man decides to go to the store and buy his son a new video game. He was into the Mario, Sonic, and Donkey Kong type of games, so he thought it'd be best to get him something he thought his kid had never played before. And out of all the wonderful titles out there to choose from, for whatever reason unknown to man, he decided to pick Sonic R for the Sega Saturn. As he got home, his wife greeted him at the door. She gave him a kiss, held him for a bit, happy that he went out and got his son a present. When the kid came down, the father showed him Sonic R, and the kid's eyes just beamed with excitement. I don't know why. He was probably oblivious to how terrible the game really is, but I digress. For 2 days, The kid has been playing Sonic R on his Saturn. How he's lasted this long, I will never understand. But on the second day, he was just about to beat the final race, and his dad sat there watching him. As he finally beat the final race and completed the game, he roared with excitement, and his dad cheered him on. Everything was great, until his father glanced at the end credits.
Demonic.
He pointed it out to his son and said, "What is that?" The son simply said, "That's the Tails doll, Dad."
Thought he was gonna win for a second.
Not thinking much
No,
of it,
you
he
stay
told the
dead.
kid that it was time for bed. But just as the father was about to head to bed, curiosity got the better of him. He snuck into his son's room while he was asleep and turned on the TV and the Sega Saturn to play Sonic R for a little bit, curious to see what kind of a character this Tails doll was. The curiosity is not worth it, believe me. Anyway,
There we go.
he decided to play a tag race,
Destroyed him in this
picking the
race.
Tails doll. Now, as he played through the game, he thought it was kind of fun. That was until he tagged Sonic. After that, Tails doll just
Whoa,
appeared
I
on the
just
screen,
phased through solid
and then
ground.
within a second later, the Saturn and the TV suddenly shut off. Though rather strange, the father didn't give it much thought. He just went back to bed with his wife.
I am trying and I'm
Around 2 a.m., he heard a knock on the door. At first he thought it was his son. Knowing that his son was old enough to get whatever he wanted by himself, he just simply said,
All right,
"Son,
prepare to
go back to
challenge
bed."
Finally. Good God.
But the knocking kept on, and he was starting to get a little annoyed. Finally, he got out of bed and walked towards the door. But when he did, he looked down and noticed there was a little shadow underneath the door. Too small to be his son.
Faster than Supersonic. That
He
should
thought about it.
Be right.
And the first thing that came to his mind was Tails.
Broken AIs like that get.
Why that would be the first thing to come to his mind, I don't understand. But as he opened the door, he heard a little voice say to him, "You're coming with me. Forever." He opened the door, and he looked down, and there he saw a doll. The Tails doll. A blood-covered little Tails doll staring up at him in the most horrific manner imaginable.
There we go.
He panicked as the doll came at him and clawed at his feet. He screamed so loud that he woke up everyone else in the house. His wife immediately dialed for the police, but as she called, the Tails doll simply said, "I have what I came here for," and then suddenly vanished. To this day, the father's sleep schedule has been off. He would go to bed around 6 a.m., then get up around 8 p.m. He can't understand why. But he can never bring himself to ever go back to sleep again. Not after what he just experienced. He knew deep down, the Tails doll was still out
There
there,
we go.
waiting for him.
One. Yeah, go ahead and cry. There's just one more thing to do. And that's to race Radiant Emerald, and that will unlock Dr. Eggman. Because you need to finish first place in that level to unlock him.
Ready,
This is gonna be tough.
set, go!
Because the higher tier characters are bullshit. I'm getting beat by the egg robo. That's not right. so hard to control, even with the triggers, which lets you turn smoother. Okay, I'm gonna give Supersonic like 3 tries on this level, and if that doesn't work out, I'm gonna bump him back to regular Sonic and just complete it normally. How that helps me, don't ask. It's hard to explain. Just the boost I needed. Oh man, Battle Sonic, really? It's not fair. Ugh. Motherfucker! Ugh. How? Oh, I feel the pace alright. It's the pace of a drunken man. So hard to control. Fuck! This is bullshit. Let's turn it down a bit, shall we? All we gotta do is just unlock Eggman, that's all. And finish all the tracks in first place. My arm hurts from fighting all the controls.
Ready, set, go!
And a different song plays. Why is Knuckles faster than Sonic? I don't understand. Okay, it feels like I'm going really slow.
Fucker. Fuck this game, fuck this game, fuck everything about this game.
Where do all the rainbows go? To somewhere I don't know. Wherever it is, I want to go.
You fucking piece of shit! Ugh. Yes. So leg up on the bit.
Where do all the rainbows go? To somewhere I don't know. Wherever it is, I want to go.
Yes! Fucking finally! Holy crap! It's anticlimactic finishing with regular Sonic, but you saw how hard it was just when playing with Super Sonic 2. It was ridiculous. But who cares? Got it 100%. That's the end screen for getting it 100%.
When the day is done, when the race is won, my life has only just begun.
Words cannot describe how annoying that was.
There's nowhere that I'd rather
How frustrating it could be.
away from you, and there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, just random screenshots of the tracks.
When the time has
Because everyone loves that. Everyone's that boring bullshit. Oh yeah, Yuji Naka, creator of Sonic, you're responsible for this.
at the end of each day, or whenever you're away, there's always things I want to say. But wherever you go, you will always know
Oh my god. And hey, got it over with. I'm not gonna complain much. And that's the end. Well, now that I've got the lights back on, we can continue with having done 100% on the main race. Now we're gonna go to time attack, and we're gonna tag 4 characters, and supposedly the order you have to go in is, I think it's Egg Robo, Mecha Knuckles, Metal Sonic, and Super Sonic. The order doesn't really matter. The key is you have to tag Sonic last, Super Sonic last, in order for this curse to work. Here's the problem though. They say this only works on the original version for the Sega Saturn, but let me show you. Tag. Alright, even when I have this preset to Super Sonic, you have to select Tails Doll to do this tag mode. You gotta go to Resort Island, and watch. Even if you have the roster preset to Super Sonic, look, it goes right back to regular Sonic.
Set, go!
But let's try it anyway.
Can you see the sun is shining on me? It
Let's
makes me
humor
feel so free, so alive.
me.
Makes me want to survive. The sky, it makes me feel so high.
And I only had the lights on because I thought I would put it in an eerie mood.
It's gonna be a brighter day.
You mean, you know, because I wanted to tell the stories, but I had to let Louie take over on that one.
Oh, by the way, speaking of reading, on to the next creepypasta. Maestro? 2 college roommates, Tony and Alex, were cleaning out their closet in their dorm, and as they moved around and shuffled the numerous boxes, they uncovered something that immediately brought them back to their childhood. It was a Sega Saturn, and a bundle of games with it. Shining with nostalgic glee, they decided to take it out of the box, plug it in, and start playing the stash of games, reliving every moment of their childhood. By the time it was around midnight, Sonic R was at the top of the pile. When they saw Sonic R, the first thing that came to their mind was the Tails Doll curse. Alex poked fun at the curse, laughing at Tony and tickling him. Okay. He dared Tony to try the curse. Dismissing it foolishly as SATW is doing right now, Tony decided to go for it, and he turned on tag mode and selected the Tails Doll. But when they got started, they were quickly reminded of how difficult this game was to control. As the tag race dragged on, the two had almost completely forgotten about the curse. And once they finally tagged Super Sonic last, the Tails Doll popped up on the screen and scared the living shit out of Tony and Alex. They were dumbfounded to find out that the curse actually worked. Filled to the brim with fright, they left their living room to the kitchen. The longer they stayed out of the living room and away from the TV, their fear had lessened. Once they had calmed down and returned to the living room, they decided to play Panzer Dragoon next, but only to be confronted by the Tails doll's image on the TV screen once more. Tony then shut the Saturn off, but when he did, the Tails doll's image remained on the TV. Nothing made it go away, not even when they unplugged the Saturn and the TV. And then all of a sudden, the lights went out in their dorm, but the TV was still on, and the Tails doll was looking at them. Alex was about to file a complaint at the dean's office about the blackout, but Tony wasn't listening. He was only watching the screen as the Tails doll's eyes grew darker and darker. And the next thing they knew, they saw a red light shining from across the room, and they trembled with fear. But then one thing came to their mind. Heater. The two then decided to run to the heater room on the other side of their dorm to take refuge away from the accursed doll. As they made their way to the heater, though, the little red light shot towards them, and Alex fell down, and a bloody claw emerged from his head. Tony, having taken advantage of this, quickly bolted into the heater room and shut the door behind him, locking it, just in time to hear the Tails doll tapping on the door. Only then did it occur to him that Alex was dead, and the Tails doll was waiting for him. He was scared. He didn't know what was going to happen to him. But as he waited, something kept playing in his head over and over again. The song from Sonic R, Can You Feel the Sunshine, repeatedly kept playing within his thoughts. But then he realized, sunshine! The song was not a curse after all, but a blessing. He had a theory based on an earlier conversation with Alex about invincibility, because why not? Anyway, he then realized that sunshine was the Tails doll's only weakness. How that correlates to the discussion about invincibility, I don't really know, but whatever. And of course, he had no way of telling if it was daylight outside. There were no windows in the heater room, and he had no watch or cell phone or any means to tell him what time it was. How convenient! But anyway, he had to take the chance. There was no other choice. So he mustered up all the courage he had within him, and then he opened the door to find the Tails doll waiting for him. But Tony anticipated this and leapt over him in what he described as the scariest moment of his life. He immediately ran out of his dorm with the Tails doll in pursuit, trying desperately to make it outside, but he realized that the entire building had suffered from the earlier blackout. He couldn't see a ray of sunshine anywhere, and if it was night, he was dead. And if it was daylight, there was no way of knowing that if the sunshine would actually work at killing the Tails doll. But at this point, Tony didn't care, as he looked back at the doll, as the strings on his mouth popped off, revealing a disturbingly toothy grin, and his dark eyes fixated on Tony. Finally, he made it outside, and by sheer chance, it indeed was daytime, and he basked in the sunlight as the Tails doll cried out in pain as the sunlight burnt his skin, blackened it horribly. Eventually, the doll burnt up in the sunlight before it exploded. So, the doll is thermonuclear? Oh, I don't know. And apparently that explosion shook up the entire town. How that's relevant, I don't know, because that's it. It just shook up the town. No one questioned it. And of course, Tony's story wasn't believed. He was immediately thrown into a mental institution, and Alex's dead body wasn't enough to prove what he was saying. For all they knew, Tony was responsible for Alex's murder. This story was documented and written by Tony himself after he was finally granted the use of a computer for the first time since his detainment, and it was at Tony's request that his room be given plenty of sunshine. And the words, "Can you feel the sunshine," were etched into the rubber walls in his room. And that's it. The end.
Got him. Gotta get Sonic. Got him. Finally. Oh, and in the curse, you're supposed to see a red checkered floor with the Tails doll picture in there. There it is. And nothing unusual happening here. Well, since it didn't work on this version of the game, let's try it on the Sonic Gems collection. This one right here. This one has Sonic R on it, and most YouTubers these days tend to use that to stay true to the story. So, plus it costs less money for the Gems collection. Hold on, put my game back on my shelf. Plus, Gems collection costs a lot less than Sonic R for the Saturn. So, let's see how it goes on the Gems collection. See if it changes anything.
Ready, set, go! Without you, there's nothing for me to do. Can you feel the sunshine too? It's coming through. It makes me.
That's it. Nothing else. So as you can see, that didn't work. I mean, still here. Nothing weird happening. Got a Tails plushie back there. Nothing weird going on with that. But so since those methods didn't work, only one left. And that is the bathroom trick, but it said that only is done after, that's only done after 11 o'clock, and where's my phone? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is currently 8:52 where I live right now. 8:52 p.m. So, give it 3 hours. I'll be back, and we'll see if this trick actually works. I doubt it will. Alright. Here we are again. It is 11:01 right now. Time to try the stupidest internet trick in the book. Can't believe I'm doing this. But it is what it is. So we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. recording this on my Chromebook, so best I can do is for complete darkness. Any light that shows updates and notifications just don't want to leave me alone. Jeez Louise, I have so many friggin' updates. Shut up. Notifications. Alright. Alright. One song down. One more to go. Oh, my shirt. Alright, you're supposed to wait 5 minutes after this song ends, so I'll have a timer set at that time on my phone, I mean. We'll see what happens. Shut up, Discord. And the 5 minutes begins now. Oh. Stand up. Yeah, Louie's not in here with me. He didn't feel like joining in on the party.
And now,
Damn it, Discord!
for the best
I'm trying to
of
keep this as
all
dark
the
as
Tales
possible.
Doll creepypastas. Well, it's the best depending on who you ask, but it's the most well-known. Anyway, here it goes. Gil and his friend Noah were looking for games for their Sega Saturn at EB Games. When they came across Sonic R, Gil was going to ask how much it was, but the salesperson told him to take the game for free and get the hell out. When Noah overheard this, he immediately dropped all the games he was looking at and asked if he heard what the salesperson said was correct. Without giving it a second thought, Noah pulled Gil by the arm outside the store, and they both rushed home to play. While Gil questioned why the game was given to them for free, Noah just dismissed it as a good deal. Once they got home, they immediately turned on the Sega Saturn and put Sonic R in. But when they did, weird things began to happen. First of all, when the title screen popped up, they didn't see Sonic or Tails or Knuckles. What they saw was what looked like the Tails doll. As they played through the game, both of them were shocked to see that Noah had unlocked Super Sonic after just finishing the first race. Gil thought this strange, but Noah dismissed it as a hack. Dumbass. All he could think about was how lucky he was to have gotten supersonic this way, not questioning it any further. So Noah went on with the second race as the newly unlocked supersonic, but once they finished, the words "Challenger approaching" popped up. The screen went black and stayed black for about 2 minutes. Then it cut to a picture of Sonic being violently mutilated by what looked like a stuffed animal version of Tails. There was a loud scream, followed by maniacal laughter. Then it went to the race. When the race started, Gil and Noah were both shocked to see Supersonic moving on his own, without either one of them touching the controller. Once Supersonic finished the race, the game said they unlocked the Tails doll, and the Tails doll cursed. When that happened, both Gil and Noah were very confused. Then they pointed and said, "Is that a letter?" Gil immediately said, "Whatever you do, don't read that letter." But Noah disregarded the warning like the complete fool that he was, and read it anyway. What the letter said was the lyrics from "Can You Feel the Sunshine," but they were backwards. When Noah was done, the TV started to violently shake. Noah then took a hammer and started to smash the TV with it. The TV then stopped vibrating. Noah was relieved, but Gil then wondered how they were going to play the game now. Noah then said that he had a TV up in his room. So he unplugged the system from the broken TV and wall, and Gil mentioned that Noah's mom and dad were going to kill him for breaking the TV. But Noah simply nodded and told Gil it was worth it. The two then went up to Noah's bedroom to continue playing games, but instead decided Sonic Adventure 2 would be a better choice for now. As they were playing, the doorbell rang. The two went in to answer the door, but when they opened, no one was there. Noah closed the door when the doorbell rang again. Noah opened the door and no one was there. Noah closed the door again, but kept his hands on the doorknob, anticipating another ring. And when it happened, Noah immediately opened the door as fast as he could, but no one was there. The only thing that was there was a Tails doll covered in blood. So Noah, being the intellectual genius that he is, brought the doll inside the house and washed the blood off in the kitchen. And then he just put it on the counter and let it dry. After Noah left a seemingly harmless doll on the counter, he and Gil went back upstairs, and when they had their backs turned, that's when the doll stood up and flew from the counter onto the floor. As they were playing games, Gil had to go to the bathroom. As he walked towards there, he saw something out of the corner of his eye. It looked like a Tails doll, so he turned towards his left and didn't see anything. He looked to his right and didn't see anything. He thought that it was his imagination and went to the bathroom. When he was going back to the bedroom, he saw something move, so he went down to go see what it was. He then saw it move again and walked towards it. Gil saw the Tails doll and walked over to pick it up and bring it to the room. Well, I was really hoping for Gil to be the only one to have any brains or common sense between the two. Anyway, when Gil told Noah about the doll, they were both scratching their heads about how it left the kitchen and relocated to by the stairs. Are you not going to question how it got on your front fucking doorstep? Anyway, after a moment of pointless questioning, Noah decided to throw his common sense out the window and play Sonic R once again. They decided on a tag mode and selected the Tails doll. Seeing a trend here? After a few minutes on the tag mode, Noah managed to tag Supersonic at the very end. When that happened, the Tails doll suddenly came to life. The two both stood up and walked towards the door. Noah opened it, and they both ran as fast as they could down the stairs, and almost got to the front of the door when the Tails doll fell in front of them and killed Noah with his razor-sharp claws. Because, you know, the idiot's always the first one to die. This made Gil very angry, and he grabbed a baseball bat and swung it at the Tails doll, missing with each hit. He swung it one last time before the Tails doll caught it and broke it in half with some ungodly strength that it picked up. Gillen stepped on its head and ran into the kitchen to get one of the kitchen knives. Oh, really? What other knife could you possibly get from the kitchen? Anyway, he swung it at the Tails doll again. The Tails doll just caught it and then killed Gil with it. The Tails doll went back up into the upstairs TV. The police then came to the house because the neighbors called saying that they heard a lot of noise coming from Noah's house. But when they got there, Noah and Gil were both upstairs in the bedroom. But no evidence to their murder could be found. No kitchen knife, no baseball bat, and of course, no Tails doll. The only thing that could be confiscated for evidence was the Sega Saturn and the strange copy of Sonic R.
And that is time. And you can see 5 minutes and 1 second. So as you can see, the Tails doll curse is nothing but a ridiculous, creepypasta that should never be taken very seriously at all whatsoever. Whoa. What? Whoa. What the? No. No.
Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day? Don't you feel that sometimes you just need to